rights and freedoms that we have today were won by your mothers, your fathers, your grandmothers, your grandfathers, your ancestors before them. We stand on the shoulders of giants, and we owe it to our ancestors, not just to defend the rights and freedoms that they fought for at such cost and at such sacrifice, but continue their struggle for a different sort of society, not a society run in the interests of a tiny elite, but a society run in the interests of the majority. Those who preach the politics of despair, they want us to believe that all injustice is like the weather, that you can complain about it raining, but there's nothing you can do about it. But the politics of hope tells us something else.
A tissue! Oh, bendith the IV! Oh, excuse me. Now, in previous articles and recordings, I've talked about a belief that steals your power. I revisit it here as I share some great insights about business infections and the business immune system. So here's something to stop and think about just for a moment. Modern medicine tells us that in response to infection, your body, your immune system will automatically spring into action. It's a unique network and system that's individual to you, and it works in sync automatically in order to provide its relentless response in protecting you. But just imagine for a moment business working in exactly the same way. What if business were always responding as if it has its own body, mind and set of behaviours? Unique networks of systems to protect you. Just imagine the potential if you were able to tap into this by choice, to access a similar automatic yet relentless type of response that your body automatically provides. Because here's the thing, it does. And you can. It's a system that's connected by every relationship that the business comes into contact with. But getting the best out of this system gets blocked, prevented by some really big challenges. And you can unlock this system by using the skills to grow and nurture C+4. But what is this C+4 thing, I hear you thinking? Well, C+4 is the DNA of the business immune system. Here's the thing to know. Make a note of it. It's made up of cash, customers, colleagues, clients. And the more skilled you are at growing and nurturing this, then the healthier and more sustainable your business gets. But the big challenge to this, most consultants, executives, directors, managers, advisors, suppliers, they believe that money holds all of the power. It's the reason they get the results they do, the decisions that count. And the impact? Well, you end up giving away your power without even realizing it. It sounds illogical, but it disempowers, prevents cash flow, wastes money. Instead, start by recognizing that value is much more powerful than money. The advantage? You'll build new skills in the marketplace, keep money safe, grow profits, grow performance. You'll grow powerful, positive purpose and customers. They'll stick with you like glue. But the average business, advisor, consultants, they are convinced that customers are interested in spending money. They believe that's what's important. That's what counts. That's what's of value. It's number one, right? So you end up building these plans based on this belief, strategies, tactics, goals to manage money, manage customers. Now, who would agree? This money-customer combination, well, it's a critical one, isn't it? Yes or no? So you have these great plans to entice customers to value money, yet you neglect value along the way. No, not you, of course not. This is just others that we know, right? So let's just think about it for a moment. Here's what happens in the average business. It knows exactly where value exists, but it stays where it's convenient, comfy, easier, where you have a system that you know and like, where you can budget, prioritize money, and get any kind of products, suppliers, services that you want. But eventually, you need to make changes. You need more money, more value. So you look at what everyone else is doing. You listen to what all the top cats are saying. You copy, compare, imitate, benchmark, ignoring inconsistencies, flaws, gaps in capacity or capability. But this is never a top cat to value. It's just a top cat calamity. A copycat's catastrophe. Do you ever wonder why you can always get more of an edge on your copy than a Hewlett Packard or a Xerox? You turn more fossil than carbon copy. Anyway, eventually you'll bump into this thing called value and you'll blindly stick your hand in without having a clue what's inside there. You're in a rush, a race to get your hands on as much savings, as much money as you can. So you set new targets, get teams to give money a rating, go cheaper, and you mistake it for value. You mistake it as value for money. Outsourcing problems, using guesswork that gives risks to partners, projects, and to promises that you can't keep. Encouraging teams to take as much money as they can from customers, suppliers, sponsors, teams, no matter how excessive or inappropriate. You'll talk up performance, get clever marketing, advertising, branding, social media that can confuse customers, overlook cuts to safety, quality, performance, spending, guiding teams into these treacherous shortcuts. And they end up having to deal with more cuts than Vidal Sassoon. And you end up having to find any old trick to trickle down the cash. That's what some do. Others do things differently. They bump into this thing called value and they'll pick it up, carrying it with them everywhere they go, trying to balance it, with all their other tasks, trying not to spill or waste anything along the way. So you'll end up spending less more often, and you'll mistake it for value, keeping a really close eye on your spending, your savings, your profits, calculating benefits. You do more tracking than the MI5, charts, graphs, spreadsheets, monthly reports that can end up giving just one side of a story. Now, who's ever been there? You go to more meetings, meet more people, share more stories than your local library. Of course, there's another way. When you bump into this thing called value, you always want to make sure that it looks full. So, you get clients, colleagues, teams, suppliers to give you more time for less money. Buy cheaply, sell steeply, overpriced for quick profits that are unsustainable, short-lived, clumsy, callous. And it's never a profit for very many. Never becomes a profit for many. It just becomes a profiteer or two. Doesn't it? Doesn't it though? Do you ever wonder why your customers end up adding all of the tiers to the end of your profits? Look, all of this, it has to stop. If you want value that's more sustainable, more profitable, more for customers, would you agree? Would you agree it has to stop? Yes or no? Because this is a really old virus, an infection that needs to be gone. If this was gone, it's not just value for hundreds of thousands, it's priceless. Ignoring this infection, failing to nurture immune system consistently hurts commercial capability. It hurts the profit of your business. So let's just quickly think about that. Before working with me, Merthyr Council, they had some serious virus going on, and it was resulting in millions in value going to waste. Running costs 18% higher than the average business. Day-to-day business practice manual, slow, time-wasting, packed full of paper process. Buying behaviours and spending habits inadequate, unskilled, isolated, divided, disruptive, diluting buying power. Negotiations, contracts, agreements, all disconnected from colleagues, teams and supply chains, diluting value. Executives, managers, teams, giving money all of the attention, building beliefs that money holds all of the answers, gives you all of the power. But let me explain something. Let me explain why I am so convinced that any business can create its own effective safeguard against the type of serious infection Merthyr experienced. It's because I provided solutions for clients from different parts of the world with different cultures in different continents. I've taught them how to create their own cure and safeguard against infection, to nurture C+4, that cash, customers, colleagues, clients combination that's so critical, guiding them through steps that transform buying behaviours, that builds a profitable procurement process, that prevents waste to a scale of millions in value. I taught my clients new insights about cash flow. Now, what I mean here by cash is to connect more easily with the needs of customers from the beginning, learning that vital ingredient for creating a first-rate customer experience. To affiliate from the start with teams and projects, learning the secrets and the benefits from finding the best way to connect and collaborate much more broadly from both inside and outside of the business. And to spend for value first, learning the tricks of individual importance when negotiating and making agreements and contracts. And finally, to host information about spending habits in a much more integrated way. What I taught them was how to look after value first and that money will follow. And it really is that straightforward. You just need to build, follow and stick to your own system that's easily accessible to all of the business. And then you'll get to know your cash in much more fulfilling ways. Here's how my clients achieve great results. They always assess, making sure plans don't get knocked off course by the buying process. They align, making sure they align ideas and activities to changes in the marketplace. They'll associate, making sure they nurture value from every corner of industry, and they adapt, making sure there's zero overwhelm from ethical endeavour. And the fact is, you and your business can also get even better results through these 4 straightforward steps. So that's it. That's all for now. I'll just finish by sharing that I've been able to help my clients by using a much more practical, straightforward way of navigating every aspect of the complex procurement cycle, by giving better support to the procurement and supply chain profession. I developed a strategy supported by bespoke tools designed for practical implementation. Now I'm going to be sharing some short social media video clips. Easy for me to say, right? I'm going to be sharing some short social media video clips to help give a little more insight into the 4 steps that can help any professional to simplify the application and implementation of a complex procurement cycle. Because from more than 35 years of practical experience across different cultures, I've been able to rigorously road test these 4 steps, delivering results worth millions and of priceless value. So, thanks for listening. I am going to sign out for now, just for now. And until the next time, if you think this message will be of use and interest to others, then please feel free to share. Thanks for now.
The most effectual top cat, whose intellectual close friends get to call him TC, providing it's with dignity. Top cat. indisputable leader of the gang. He's the boss, he's a bit, he's a championship. He's the most tip-top, top cat. Yes, he's the chief, he's the king, but above everything, he's the most tip-top, top cat. Top cat.
I'm warning you, put me down or I'll run you in. Okay. Well, it wasn't much, but he sure is game. That did it. Now I'm really sore. Old Dibble is on the warpath, and when I find that top cat, the feathers are gonna fly.